Welcome to Real Talk Columbus, discussing today's market trends and answering your questions. All right, welcome in. Today I'm talking about 3 top considerations for those thinking about selling their home in 2020, primarily those thinking about selling in this spring market, which is not very far away. So the first consideration is timing. When is the right time to put your home on the market? It is something that you need to think about strategically. Now, unlike most agents, I'm not going to just blanketly tell everybody that they need to get ahead of the game and they need to put their house on the market immediately. There's a lot of factors that we need to consider when we're looking at listing your property. Timing is very important. Getting top dollar, selling for the most money is something that most people want, and timing can really help with that. It also can make the selling process a lot less stressful. But it's not just necessarily putting your house on the market in the spring. We've got to consider the school district. We've got to consider the neighborhood. We need to consider the features and factors of the house, of the neighborhood, of the property. And really, we need to consider your lifestyle, your family, your work, all the outside factors that are going to play into making it a smooth, seamless, and low stress level transaction. So I can't tell you exactly the right time, but I can tell you that spring tends to be a good time for a lot of properties. That being said, the other important thing to consider is getting your home ready for the market can take a little bit of time. For most sellers, it could be 4 to 6 weeks or longer from the time that you decide you want to list your home to the time that you can actually get it ready and put it on the market. Yes, that means there's home prep to do. I know it doesn't sound fun, but it is important when we want to get you the most money possible. So the second consideration is home prep. What actually goes into it? Well, we're going to do a more in-depth video on this next time, but now I'm just going to touch on the top few things that you can look at to get your home ready. The first one is cleaning and organizing your property. Everything from the closets and the storage space all the way to the main living spaces. Secondly, staging. Yes, not just paying for staging, but staging on your own, rearranging your furniture, maximizing the space. I can help with that if you don't actually want to hire a stager. Next after that is touch-up paint and fixing any kind of deferred maintenance items or any glaring issues that you know a buyer is going to notice when they walk into your house. And then, of course, looking at your landscaping, especially as we enter the spring and summer, you want to make sure that your yard and your house pops from the outside. Third consideration is moving and making that transition. For most homeowners that I speak to that have great equity and they want to take advantage of this awesome real estate market that we have, the biggest fear is, well, where do I go next? What if I can't find the right property? How do I do this transition? So we need to be strategic about that, including timing, including home prep, but we need to be strategic about where are you going to go to and how do you logistically do this process. So the first thing is to look at your financing options and figure out how you're going to make it work. Will you buy your house first, then move into it, then put your current home on the market, sell it, collect the proceeds, and recoup the down payment or whatever you may need to do? Will you do a simultaneous buy and sell transition where we list your property, find a new property, and we close all within a couple of days, and you do that moving process in a very short amount of time? Is that the most sense logistically? Or will you do it the other way around? Will you sell your house, collect your proceeds, move into temporary housing, and then go out with all the leverage and search for the perfect home and find it, make an offer, and purchase it without any stress and timing with the sale of your house pending behind you? Those are several options, and there's a lot of factors that go into it, but it's something I do recommend you sit down and discuss and really figure out how you want to proceed. So those are the 3 things to consider this time of year for those thinking of selling. As I mentioned, keep an eye out for our next video. We're going to talk about some more specific tips when it comes to home preparation.